What's up guys, TheTechPerson here. Today in this video, we are going to discuss whether iPadOS can replace a laptop or even a desktop for some. iPadOS introduced tons of new features to the iPad, which really make it way more powerful and a better laptop replacement. But is it possible to completely get rid of your laptop and only use an iPad? Let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the features iPadOS includes. Starting at the home screen, there are now widgets at the side, which can include anything you like, including a third-party calculator app, the weather, and many others. This is extremely useful, and I really like this. I also like the tighter app grid on the home screen, which is 6x5 instead of 5x4. This is a great improvement because now you can have 30 apps instead of 20 apps on one screen, excluding the dock. But these features don't suddenly make this iPad a laptop replacement. It's more the bigger new features inside of the apps. First of all, you can now finally connect a hard drive, USB thumb drive, or any external storage to the iPad. It immediately shows up in the Files app, and you can then import those files into either iCloud or your iPad storage. You also get richer metadata about the files in your new column view. This is great and makes the iPad feel a lot more like a desktop operating system. Second, you can have two instances of the same app. Many people aren't explaining that this was partially possible in iOS 12, but only in Safari. It was extremely limited, so now in iPadOS 13 it is way better. You can now have two Files apps, two notes, two pages, two Word documents, or two of anything that you like. It's really useful and I can't wait for third parties to implement this into their apps. I always wanted two Google Docs side by side, so what I would have to do is to load up the web version of Google Docs and put it beside the app Google Docs. Once Google Docs adopts this feature, it will be way better. You can even have App Expose to see all the versions of the app open. Speaking of the web version, Safari now fully loads the desktop version optimized for the iPad. This means you can have full Google Docs, make a website on Wix or Weebly right from your iPad, or anything else you can do on your desktop. Let's say you need to download some documents from the web. You now have a download manager right in Safari, which then shows up in Files. This functionality is incredible and really makes it feel like a true desktop. There are also new, very intuitive gestures on the iPad. Before, you would have to shake your iPad to undo, but now you just swipe back with 3 fingers to undo and 3 fingers forward to redo. To copy, highlight the text, then take 3 fingers and swipe inward. To paste, take 3 fingers and swipe outward. These are great gestures, especially considering the old shake to undo. Speaking of input, you can now connect a mouse to the iPad via the accessibility feature. You may think this is simple, but this opens a new way of using your iPad and it gives a more desktop feel. With mouse support, you can now connect an external keyboard, an external mouse, and connect your iPad to a monitor. Then you can use your iPad as a desktop. This is why I say that the iPad can maybe even replace your desktop, because some people don't use their desktop that heavily. The iPad is great for that. Another great feature is the new revamped slide over feature. With slide over in iPadOS, you can have multiple slide over windows stacked over each other, then switch between them with a simple gesture. To see them all, simply swipe up from the bottom and slide over has its own iPhone-like app switcher. I really like this. There's also a new detachable keyboard which has swipe. This way, the on-screen keyboard isn't taking up half of the screen. There are so many other iPadOS features that come from iOS 13, such as the dark mode, new UI elements, haptic touch, new Photos app, redesigned photo editing in the Photos app, which allows you to do so much more with videos now, faster performance, the new Reminders app, new volume indicator, the Find My app, and so much more. But the question is, can an iPad with iPadOS replace your laptop? The answer is yes for most people. In fact, I believe the iPad is even better than laptops. Firstly, you can use an Apple Pencil with reduced latency or stylus to take notes or to do art for artists. You can't do that on a laptop or desktop. Also, iPads have touch. MacBooks don't have touch. And best of all, iPads start at only $329, often on sale at only $250. No MacBook is $250, and no desktop is $250. And most Chromebooks, which are $250, are not as great as an iPad. And Chromebooks don't have all the abilities an iPad has, so for that reason, iPads can now do mostly everything a laptop can. They even have better applications than laptops, such as better games and better quality applications. And iPads are $329, again, often on sale for only $250. So iPads are at a great price, iPads are as capable and in some areas more capable than laptops, and they are significantly cheaper. iPadOS has really made the iPad incredible. So in conclusion, don't get a Chromebook. If an iPad meets your needs, don't get a MacBook. Save the cash and get a $250 iPad. iPads can definitely replace laptops. and some can even replace desktops if used with a monitor, keyboard, and mouse. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at TheTechPerson, and check out our website and merch. All the links for these will be in the description. For now, I'm the Tech Person, and I'll see you in the next episode.